And welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of What If Naruto had a Zanpakuto, the Shigarami edition. Last time, I was on low battery, so I had to really condense the episode down a little bit. Didn't give enough time to really flush some things out, but now I got plenty of juice and we're ready to go. We left off on the Forest of Death, them entering the Forest of Death. And the initial part of that still goes the same. Naruto, when he says, maybe I can hold it. I was like, no, Sasuke's gonna hold it. I'll let me hold it, Naruto. Oh, come on, guys. I'm more than capable of holding onto a scroll. And, yeah, but you get lost trying to find your own shoes sometimes. Yeah. And Shirai's like, it's fine, Naruto. Let them all, even if but that's not true. And Shirai's just kind of keeping to themselves. Right? I mean, let's just let them hold on to this. Betrayed by my own sword. And so they take their scroll, which I believe they have the heaven, I think, earth or heaven. I can never remember which one. I know they had the opposite scroll to the sound ninja, I think. But regardless, and circumstances say where they take the water, the rain village ninja scroll. I usually say they just had the opposite scroll. We know for a fact they had the opposite scroll to them. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying to remember. It's the rain ninja that actually had the opposite scroll to them, and the sound ninja actually had the same scroll as them. That's what it was. But still, Naruto probably still runs his mouth, gets the kunai to the cheek from Anko, and they go into the forest, and the exam begins. Now, does Naruto maybe improve Sasuke and Sakura's wardrobe, as he said he would? Unfortunately, doing it on the fly is difficult for him right now. Remember, Naruto hasn't had Shigarami actually very long, in terms of the use of its actual ability. Naruto has also had to really put in an effort to learn how to sew. So even though his clothes are reinforced, it's because he's had time to really make and remake them multiple times over. He's also really doesn't have a lot of Shigarami's abilities down pat right now, because remember, this is a chakra blade still, in the sense of that string is made of Naruto and Shigarami's chakra. Now, Naruto has an abundant reserve of chakra, so it's not that big of an issue to tire him out. But it still takes time and effort. As quick as Naruto's gotten, he's nowhere near as quick as he could be with it. So it still takes effort, like in battle, to make these tapestries or whatever. Fortunately, he's got shadow clones for that, which we'll get to that in a little bit. But really, the most he's using it for is binding people up, tying people to the ground, using it as a tripwire. For the more unique abilities, like hiding, things along those lines, he needs more time and a reason to use it, which again, we will actually get to it in a little bit. So the exam begins. Naruto says, I gotta go take a leak, sorry. And he goes, and while they're waiting, they actually hear almost sound like of a wire going taut. It's like, what the hell, I can't move. All of a sudden Naruto comes out from behind the bushes, and they see this rain ninja tangled up in a thread. You really think I'd leave myself vulnerable like that? Dude, I was taking a leak. That's sacred. You don't do that, man. It's like, no. So, not bad, Naruto, not bad. Now, you were going to kidnap Naruto and try to take our scroll, weren't you? Yeah, so what if I was? Now, you're going to tell us if you have your scroll or not on you. I'm not going to tell you anything. I always got to remind everyone that we actually don't know which of the ninja actually had the scroll on them at the time, because they all split up, so one of them had to have it. And just because that one ninja had it when they caught up to the rain village ninjas near the end, doesn't mean that ninja had it the whole time. They probably could have rotated who had the scroll. So I always just say, yeah, this is the ninja that had the scroll. I think that's fair, whatever. And so I wouldn't tell you if I had it or not. I was like, well, that's okay. We don't really actually need you to tell us. We're just trying to be polite. And Naruto just kind of gets a bit of that prankster grin. That's right. Honestly, I could just slice you up right now, and we could scour your body for anything. What? Oh, this isn't just thread, this is chakra. And I can honestly turn it into razor wire at any point I want. So he just starts to squeeze. It looks like it's cutting, and it's cutting admittedly a little bit. It's like, so however how fast you want to talk or not talk is up to you. I don't want to know. No, please. It's in my skull. It's in my pocket. And then off there, Sasuke's like, thank you. Naruto, were you really gonna? No, I wasn't gonna really do it. I mean, I've never really tried to do that with Shigarami. Truth be told, this acts more like just actual thread and a really durable thread than actual like blade or a weapon. But I can use it for all sorts of things. By the way, remind me when we do if we get some time to reinforce your guys' clothing. Right. It's just like whoa. But we Naruto may have caught that guy. They caught that guy this time, but we need to be prepared in case this happens again. So we need a code. Okay. When does a ninja strike? Ninja strikes when the time is right. When I can't ever remember the rest of that. That's when a ninja strikes. And Naruto's like, and Shigarami's like, I can help you remind you, Naruto. Unfortunately, this is where Naruto gets separated from the group as the gust of wind from Orochimaru blows him back. Now, his clothing, by all accounts, is chakra resistant. Not immune to chakra attacks, mind you. You'd have to be a powerful chakra attack, but very highly chakra resistant. So a lot of natural chakra-based or just pure chakra-based attacks aren't really going to do much to Naruto clothing-wise. But elemental attacks, as I mentioned in the previous one, work a little differently. Because obviously there's chakra imbued in those elements, sure, but different elements function different ways. Fire and lightning, for example, Naruto could actually resist that pretty well because those are just basic forms of energy or elemental forms of energy, and chakra is just energy. So that makes sense. But for something like earth, wind, and water, water has very little form. Wind is just more concussive force in many ways, and earth is just solid mass. There's not a lot he can do to resist those attacks with just his clothing alone. So he would still get blown back and then gets attacked by the snake. And unfortunately, if he gets attacked by the snake, we know he had very hard time moving in there. I don't see Shigarami actually being able to help him. By the way, I can also, in terms of where he keeps Shigarami, I could see it basically being kind of like a little, just like he literally almost like a sleight of hand thing where he literally keeps it on like a wristband or something like that, just like that. Now, luckily, because he's bonded to Shigarami too, I think there's like a bond where he can, if he needs to, he can focus his, almost like Thor's hammer, he can focus his chakra and call the needle back. But otherwise, that's how that works. Also, someone made the point of asking the question, Naruto using seals, could he use that? Shigarami in conjunction with that? And the answer to that is theoretically yes. In fact, very possibly yes. Mind you, with seals, you generally use more like blood or ink or a liquid to make the seal. But there's nothing that says it has to be that. And it could be a fabric-based seal, seeing as, the thread is chakra. It's just that Naruto doesn't really know much about seals right now. So even though it's something that we can do down the line, it's not something he can do right now. Sasuke and Sakura would sell their encounter with Orochimaru, freak the hell out. He's about to surrender, and then Naruto shows up. By the way, what was that password again? Oh, Naruto, I see you had fun with my little friend. So that guy sent the snake. That was no. I always found that line amusing in the dub. That was no ordinary giant snake. He sent it. Naruto, just back up. You can't take this guy on. What? You're gonna give up the scroll? No, Sasuke, what are you doing? And yeah, very good, very sensible. And so Naruto, he tosses it, and Naruto grabs it, just and kind of binds it. You want the scroll, and just sews it shut. Like basically, Naruto's made another like multiple pouches on it. See if he can find it. And Naruto, no time to be cool. Stop. Just let him give him the scroll, and so he can get away from it. And then Naruto just, who are you? I might not be able to easily remember the password. And Shigarami's like, I just told you. But Naruto doesn't know it. But I know how I am. You're the one who's not Sasuke. Sasuke, come on. Snap out of it. I'm gonna have to do this myself. And just comes in, obviously gets blown back again by the gust of wind, gets knocked around. Naruto's just trying his damnedest to excuse me, I got a yawn. I apologize. Naruto tries his damnedest to like try to catch like some branches or something with Shigarami, but he just can't. Obviously, that's when the Fox Chakra activates. Shigara's like, oh dear. And so Naruto activates. All of a sudden, he also sews them in the snake's mouth just straight shut after he punches the snake upwards and downwards, and just it's like, interesting indeed. That needle, he sewed the snake's mouth shut. And then Naruto again just kind of looks at it, and then now unfortunately he can't sew a weapon into the snake. He just can't do that. He can alter fabric. He can't really just sew something into your bare flesh like that. Sorry about that. I'm just suddenly yawning like crazy. Maybe I'm having a bit of a sugar crash. We did have some crumble cookie earlier. Delicious. Oh man, that churro one. Oh, that snickerdoodle churro. Oh, I'm off my sugar free diet, so I'm like, oh, give it to me, daddy. I digress. I'm sorry, I had a moment there. So Naruto is again, the snake comes in trying to slam into Naruto, who just boom stops him dead, and is looking on at Sasuke. Hey, you're not hurt, are you, scaredy cat? And then that's when Naruto gets caught by Orochimaru. I see. Interesting, this fox brat lives. Of course, I'm not interested in you right now. Fine, prong seal! And Naruto's face goes, but then goes bunk. And Orochimaru, huh? And there is one of the other things that Shigarami can do, and it created a doll to place, not a clone, mind you, but a straight out doll, a fabricated doll, to take Naruto's place. It's like, what? A substitution jutsu? No, it's something more than that. Was it really just a doll fighting the whole time? Where is he? It's like, hey, it's like, sorry, but and so that's where Naruto kind of reveals what he actually was doing the whole time. Because Naruto, for all of his strength, Shigarami is still able to gauge pretty effectively at the strength of an opponent, most likely, can sense chakra, so forth and so on. Shigarami actually said, Naruto, this is not someone you can, even with the fox's chakra through you, I don't think we can beat this guy. It's like, so what do you think we should do? It's like, I think we need to do a hasty retreat. It's going to take a little while to pull it off, but no, I'm already with you on that. All right, let's do it. And so he drops the club, but still, I have what I want. And he sees that Sasuke has also turned, because he took his eyes off Sasuke, because he just didn't think anything of it. And he reveals, another one? What? And then obviously, Sakura is revealed. There's a tapestry of Sakura just wafts in the wind. And it's like, no, where did they go? Where did they go? And so he tries to follow, but then he realizes, no, this can't be. I've been here before. What is this? And he's just looking around, like, this looks familiar. I know they went in one of these directions, but I can't figure this out. What the? And then he realizes, fabric. It's like, it looks just like the forest. It's that little. How did he? And there's been dozens of Naruto clones around the whole time, making very realistic tapestries to confuse Orochimaru, so they could make a clean getaway. And Orochimaru's like, curse you, brat! And he kind of just, but he has just this rage out moment. It seems I underestimated you, Naruto. But Sasuke, it was not bad indeed. But Sasuke will be mine in time. But he has to disappear for right now, because we know the Anbu would be on him. And the Anbu didn't show up at that point. I've always made that mistake until recently. But they were onto him, and they knew he was there, and so did Anko. So he couldn't. If he doesn't get Sasuke then and there, he's not going to have a clean opportunity the rest of the exam to get Sasuke. At least probably not, anyway. I mean, I suppose you could make the argument that at some point during those next, 4 to 3 days, 5 days? I can't remember how long the exam actually lasted. But through those remaining days, excuse me, oh God. You could make an argument that through those remaining days, he maybe tries to go after Sasuke again. I don't know. With the Anbu and everyone kind of on his case, Orochimaru did threaten to like destroy the Leaf Village, but I mean, he was just going on the assumption that he was stronger than the third Hokage, which I mean he kind of was, but he kind of like Sarutobi was tired out at that point. Yes, he tired more easily than Orochimaru did, but he still nearly killed Orochimaru. So I don't know. I'm gonna go on the apprehension that, or the idea that because the Anbu are very much onto him, and for all his genuflexing, he's not going to just go after Sasuke again. Like that was his real opportunity before he was found out. Now he's found out, so he's gonna have to plan around that. So that's my take on it. So, but I'm more than willing to hear a different argument against that. Anyway, though, so Naruto is tired out as Sasuke. It's like, don't get off me. It's like, I'm fine. You're not fine. No, fine. I don't know what happened to you out there, but that's not the Sasuke I know. What about your promise? We're not your brother. And that's where Sasuke freezes up again, but this time getting pissed off, scared little boy all at once, and getting called out like you've been talking all this big shit. You've been talking like a man. And all of a sudden, when the chance to prove who you are comes up, you just froze on the spot. And he's getting the flashbacks of Itachi, and it's like and then Naruto and Sakura are Naruto's staring down, Sakura's just worried, like Naruto, Sasuke. It's like, so who are you? And then to which Sasuke kind of just like looking down, just shut up. What's that? I said, shut up, dweeb. It was dweeb. I said, I know who I am. I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I am an avenger, and I will avenge my clan. And I will avenge my clan. And no one gets in my way. And if I can, next time I meet up with that snake, I won't freeze. Or next time I meet a threat who stands in my way, I won't hesitate. I'll do what I have to, because that's who I am, and that's my ninja way. And Naruto just looks at him and gives him a smile. And Sakura's like, Sasuke, you're okay. It's like, Sasuke looks on, just gives a smile. And he doesn't actually thank Naruto, but he just goes, yeah. But he does the best I think he can for like a thank you, Naruto. I think he probably goes, by the way, what you did back there, that was pretty impressive, Naruto. If it comes down and we have to fight each other later down the road, I look forward to it. Naruto's kind of like, eyes widen a little bit, like, really? But right. So we should probably get some rest. Yeah. Oh man, that was exhausting. So Naruto's basically just sleeping it off. Unfortunately, the Sound Ninja didn't get the MO that Sasuke didn't get the curse mark. As far as we know, we know that was their mission entering the Forest of Death. I believe they even said our target is Sasuke. Unfortunately, they were under the apprehension that he would be labored by the curse mark. Here, Sasuke is like, you want me? Here I am. Wait, you're not screwing me in pain. What? No, why would I do that? Your Lord Orochimaru didn't give you the curse mark. Like, didn't brand you with the curse mark like he was supposed to. It's like, the Lord Orochimaru, you mean that snake bastard we fought? No, he didn't. I don't know what this curse mark is, but no, he didn't give me anything. If you want to know why, you can think the idiot's still snoozing over there. Naruto's still like, what? Naruto, wake up! Ow, what the hell? Huh? Enemies. And then Naruto walks out. You want something? He was able to. Wait, he fought back Orochimaru? And they can't. Yeah, you want the same thing I gave him? You're more than welcome to try. And they're like, wait, there's no way this kid beat a Lord Orochimaru. It's like, but Sasuke is, we can see it. Sasuke is perfectly fine. So what is this? And they're basically now weighing their options. Zaku, though, is like, it doesn't matter. It's like, wait, Zaku, don't! And Naruto and Sasuke, dodge out of the way. And Naruto, and then both kind of like brace for impact as like one of the blades hits him. There's still chakra in there, admittedly, but it's like, ugh! Naruto just swipes, he like pulls out some kunai, swipes him away. It's like, what? He took that head on? Sorry, chakra resistant clothing. You're gonna have to do better than that. And just rushes in real quick, just draws Shigarami. And so now, against an opponent where he actually can do some damage, if Naruto gets the chance, and he makes a couple clones. Sasuke, meanwhile, is like charging Dosu and Keen. Keen tries to throw the bell at Sasuke, but Sasuke quickly comes in, dodges, takes her out real quick. Well, actually, probably not her, but I could see Sakura coming in from the sidelines, like, you're not getting it! It's like, maybe even like full Nelson here. It's like, shut up! Meanwhile, Sasuke's duking it out with Dosu. It's like, this is not a fight we want to be dealing with. And he just bangs his gauntlet, to which Sasuke does go, and he just fire stuff, fire, oh, jutsu. He like throws up a fireball. Just, and meanwhile, Sasuke and Naruto, Zaku basically blows away a bunch of the Naruto clones, only to realize real quick that he's suddenly got, he finds his like hands biting, and all of a sudden a spike goes through it. Relax. It's like, you're not going to be using those arms anytime soon. You're not going to relax. It's non-lethal. It'll heal up in a day or two, which is good for you. But you're not going to be using that wind attack anytime soon. Sorry, one second, mosquito. Damn it! I hate when I had it, and then there we go. Anyway, I digress. So, and it's like, no, look, we'll give you our scroll. Just leave us in peace. And even Dos was like, that kid, what did he do to Zaku? I was like, we'll give you the scroll. We'll leave you in place. We already have our scrolls. So, we'll give you an extra one then, just in case. So with this, consider it a parlay. And so, he picks up Keen. Zaku, we're leaving. That son of a no argument, Zaku. And so they head out. Man, what was that about? I know, but it looks like they were working for that snake person, Orochimaru. Who is it? Now, Sakura, for being as book smart as she is, did she not know who the Sannin were? Like, we know Tenten knew at least who Tsunade was, because she was inspired to be like Tsunade. But I don't know. I mean, does Sakura? I would have to imagine they studied the Sannin, at least at some point in like a history class. I mean, Naruto probably wouldn't remember, because Naruto didn't really do well in the school to begin with. Regardless of any sabotage that happened, Naruto is just not a book smart individual. Sasuke, though, I mean, I assume he might have known who that was. Either way, it doesn't matter. We should just head straight to the tower. And so they head straight to the tower. They get a few days to rest. And really, that's the thing. Like this, between now and what normally happened, they actually have that time to rest. And Naruto takes the liberty of doing what he said. He reinforces their clothing. Sasuke's is no problem. But Sakura, that's a little bit more personal, obviously, because it's not like she was given any extra clothing. Although they probably have spare clothing there, like spare shirts or something like that. So, hey, Sakura, it's like, just don't get any ideas. Like, no, I'm not going to be a pervert or anything. I actually really like doing this. It's actually very relaxing. And he's actually she's surprised at how quickly he's doing it. It's like, wow, you really are good at that. She's wearing some sort of, just probably extra shirt they have around there. It's like, yeah, no, it took some practice, but yeah, this is actually pretty good. Probably about 10, 15 minutes. And really for Sakura, it would just be her main outfit. Like her shorts aren't getting enhanced or anything like that. For Sasuke, it would probably be his main shirt. Also those warmers he's wearing. And maybe his shorts too. I don't know, because it's just, there's more open there. Naruto, it's his pants, his shirt, and his jacket. So he enhances the entirety of their wardrobe, and everything's awesome. Everything's groovy. Now, that being said, that means they're there early enough to, well, actually, we know that the Sand Ninja and the Team 8 were there prior to everyone else. So they probably ended up seeing Team 8 and the Sand Ninja, and Gar's just like, just staring at Sasuke, but also getting this vibe off of Naruto too. It's like, huh? Oh, so they weren't just all bark. And so, Naruto, you made it, huh? What do you know? The idiots, losers team made it. And Yeah, how about that? I guess it's not that difficult of a roster this year, or a group of ninja this year after all. I wouldn't be so sure. Remember, we weren't the first ones here either. Kiba. And remember, who else was here first? If anything, that may mean that that Sasuke's team is actually much more capable than we give him credit for. So, whatever. And so the actual preliminaries come about. Now, Kabuto would still forfeit, but there's less of protest on Naruto's part because I just didn't really get to know Kabuto in this version. And the fights would go. Now, it still would be Naruto versus Kiba, Sasuke versus, oh god, Yori? Is that his name, Yori? And Sakura versus Ino. Nothing would change about the matchup. What would change is how those matchups go. Now, Sasuke would still very much beat Yori, no problem. But with chakra-resistant substances, like the fact that he did grasp Sasuke by the collar, here, the fact that it's like a chakra-based material means that it actually could absorb the material itself because it is chakra-based in nature. It's still a thread. It just has like chakra as the foundation for it. And Sasuke realizes this quick and realizes, I gotta get away from this guy. Fortunately, he does have all of his jutsu at his disposal. And if he can beat him handicapped, he can beat him unhandicapped. So Sasuke would beat him no problem. Ino versus Sakura, though. Now, Sakura didn't really have much of a glow up in this version, admittedly, but she did get some enhanced clothing from Naruto. Now, Ino doesn't really use chakra-based attacks, mind you, but what would most likely happen here is that Sakura still has her long hair, but she's also still sick of Ino treating her like a rival or whatever. So they clash. I think the fight goes about the same at first, but Sakura finally says, no, I'm not going to. I think this is actually where Sakura just said, I've had it. No, I'm not going to. Just cuts her hair and everyone's shocked by this. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to fall behind you anymore, Ino. It's like, Sakura. And they glow again, except Sakura's now pushing her a little harder. How is she this good? She was never this good before. And he's like, you think I need this hair? That's right. And she cuts her own hair off. Now, this is important because how Ino was able to get her for the mind transfer jutsu is by locking her with her, using her chakra as like a line and tethering, using her hair as a line and tethering for it to her chakra and just kind of trapping Sakura there. But if her clothes and the materials for that are chakra resistant on some level, it's possible Sakura is actually able to move out of the way in the nick of time. Now, I did say her shorts were not enhanced, and I didn't mention anything about the shoes because that shouldn't matter. But the fact is, the fact that her chakras, the fact that she kind of stuck there, I don't know. I'm trying to say something and then something else is coming out. The fact that her clothing can resist chakra now, at least to a certain degree, and the fact that it's a chakra-based ability, I guess whether or not she can get out of it is going to rely on whether or not you think that it was solely in her feet, that only her feet were stuck, or if the rest of her was stuck too. So I think really it was only her feet. So really this probably won't go any different then in the long term, just because it would still end with Naruto cheering on Sakura, causing her to an inner Sakura, gets out of her head, and then knock each other out. Now, as for Kiba versus Naruto, Naruto takes the initial hit, I think. But he also moves his hand quick enough to get a thread in Kiba's jacket. So it's one of those things where boom, swipe, and just. But it's a thin thread. Naruto's keeping it invisible for the time being. It's sorry, but you're not gonna be a cog because I'm top dog right here. Is that really what all you are? No, Kiba's attacking him head on, but Naruto's swiping his hand again. Come on, why don't you fight me? It's like, why should I? I think I'm good. Why don't you just lay down? And then Naruto sees it. It's like, is that a sewing needle? You're gonna attack me with arts and crafts? It's like, yes. It's like, yes, actually. And it's just pulls it taut. Just what? I see. Not bad. I can't. What is this? You were right about one thing. It's a needle. By the way, Shigarami's depiction is a little off, just a little. It's sometimes it seems to be look just like a normal sewing needle. Other times it looks like it'll be a little bigger. I'm going with a little bigger side of things because this just looks a little bit more imposing. Yeah, this needle's special. It's been passed down from from the Uzumaki to Uzumaki for generations. That thread I caught you with is a special. It's made straight from my chakra. It has the properties of both. So in essence, so it's like what you. But when did you? And then he realized, you mean that's swing you gave me the first time around, that shot to the face, that was a freebie. I knew I had to bind. I knew I needed a way to get at least a thread into you, and it looks like you served or you did just what you needed to do. And it's like, you think this is over? And he's just trying to stand up, and then Naruto's like, and then Naruto makes a clone, and the clone. Nope, you're staying right on the ground. Akamaru! It's like, no, Akamaru. It's like, come on, Akamaru. I don't want to have to fight you too. And just, I can't move. It's like, I told you, these are made of These are made of straight chakra. You're not breaking these things. You don't have the ability to do it. Now, who he's facing later? Hold. So basically, it's like, damn it, I can't move. Kiba and Izuku's unable to battle. The winner's Naruto Uzumaki. And then Naruto basically just pulls it, just loses it. Damn it, how did you? What? And say, yeah, sorry. You snooze, you lose. Sorry. Sometimes the deadliest strike's the one you don't see coming. And so Naruto just kind of walks off. Yeah. It's like, yeah! Sasuke, not bad at all. Naruto, that was amazing. He's like, oh, thanks, Hinata. And Shigarami's just like, oh, well. It's like, what? Nothing. Boy, my word, the boy really is dense, isn't he? And so Kiba's just like really pissed off. Like, but then I believe the next match was Hinata versus Neji, and what happens still happens there. Same with Gaara. Well, Gaara is now at least looking on with him more, Naruto, with more interest, and Kankuro too, because obviously puppet masters, puppet using ninja use chakra strings, and it's like, so you use strings too, huh? It's like, yeah, no, I was just puppet sewing and puppetry, they're not too dissimilar from each other. It's like, yeah, I guess, but I don't use mine to control I use mine to make a lot of interesting stuff. Oh, interesting stuff, huh? Like what kinds of stuff? And then Naruto's like, all kinds. So, tell me about this Neji guy. And so then Gaara versus Lee fight happens. Choji versus Dosu fight happens. Now, there's no one different there. Obviously, they did choose a fight for Sasuke. With Sasuke being there, does that mean that the fight should change? I don't think so. I don't think the fight should change. And so the fight, I think the matches would stay the same. So Gaara versus Sasuke, Naruto versus Neji, Kagura versus Shino, Shikamaru versus Tamari, or is it I can't remember if it was Dosu first and then Shikamaru, or just Shikamaru and then Dosu. Either way. And so Naruto's like, perfect. And so the training arc for Naruto begins. Of course, Kakashi obviously says, sorry, I'm going to be busy. You're going to be training Sasuke, aren't you? Don't worry. I found an even better trainer for you. All right, then who? That would be me. And so Naruto stuck with Ebisu for a while, at least for a little bit. Now, could he use Shigarami to actually hide from Ebisu? Because if he has the time, he can make very realistic environments from it. Actually, there's a legitimate chance he could, but we actually see Naruto use a similar ability with the whole ninja camouflage thing he uses, like against the fence, and Ebisu didn't fall for it. So I don't know if he would initially fall for it, knowing what Naruto literally is capable of from Kakashi. Either way. And Naruto maybe tries to bind him, but he uses a substitution in the last moment. It's like, that was close. From what I understand, those threads are made of pure chakra. If I were to be competent, I might be in serious trouble. But either way. And so he would start with the water walking, which Naruto would actually probably have down. Would he be able to do it immediately? It's questionable. Only because it's only reason it's questionable is yes, he did it immediately after Jiraiya. But don't forget, he was also training with it before Jiraiya removed the seal. And so it's very possible he might not get it immediately, just because he had already been doing some training with Ebisu and then training before the seal was removed. But if nothing else, he'd get it down pretty quick. And that's when Jiraiya shows up. Keep it down, you fool. You want to get us in trouble? And then, yeah. So that's where part 2 ends. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week for part 3. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.